In this video, we will discuss the possibilities of China's aggression and your ability to benefit financially from this unique situation. The US government has told us that China has one goal: to take control of Taiwan. Many believe China will do this by force. However, China has not been involved in an out-and-out war for decades. They tend to do things differently. But here's what they could do, and this is what you want to be aware of. Regardless of the history behind China and Taiwan, this is what is real today. Taiwan makes 66% of the semiconductors that power the world's computers, smartphones, televisions, even the brake sensors in your cars. If China were to block Taiwan's ability to ship semiconductors, here's what could happen. Before I explain this very real situation, you must remember that humanity's history dates back to Africa and Asia. Nowhere on Earth has there been proof of human existence longer than in Africa and China. There is a lot Africa and China are not telling us. However, one thing we know for sure is that certain groups in Africa can control or influence the weather. If the Chinese counterparts have the same abilities, the attack on Taiwan may be a natural disaster rather than a physical attack, meaning an attack made to look like a natural disaster. But here's the deal. If the flow of semiconductors is stopped or controlled, this could happen. The stock market could crash because companies like Apple, IBM, and Google would see their sales cut dramatically. Prices for phones, cars, and computers would double or triple overnight. Let me repeat that. Prices for phones, cars, TVs, computers, and all electronic devices that use semiconductors would double or triple overnight. World governments would begin hoarding chips critical to the military. China could threaten to withhold chip shipments for anyone who disagrees that Taiwan belongs to China. This would give China more influence and control than most of us would be comfortable with. As of July 30th, 2024, the United States CHIPS Act Program Office has announced grants and loans totaling over $30 billion. These subsidies have been granted to 14 companies, with the majority going to the 5 major foundries: Intel, GlobalFoundries, TSMC, Samsung, and Micron. However, the funds have not been distributed yet, despite the announcements. The U.S. Department of Commerce aims to distribute all $39 billion in direct incentive grants from the CHIPS Act by the end of 2024. There is a link in the description that explains the serious delays the projects are facing. Delays, and more delays. Do your research for investment opportunities. But in the meantime, when the channel strongly recommends that you buy gold and have it shipped to your front door, this is just one of the reasons. The channel receives $5 when you fund your gold account. So for the channel, it is not about the money, it's about your protection. To learn about more recession-proof investments, join the channel's membership. Join for the low price of $2.99 a month. Stay for the valuable information.